Coach's Chronicles. I'm Nick Marconi here with Tom Cole, Terry Crosby, and Steve Taylor. We got an exciting guest today. We've got Dennis Hopson from Lourdes University. Guys, take it away.
Thank you, Nick, as always, for the wonderful introduction. As he said, I'm here with some phenomenal gentlemen, and we're so excited to have Coach Hopson in studio again from Lourdes University, and we're going to talk about the unbelievable season that you guys had. Championship, bringing home a championship to Sylvania, right?
You know, I always tell people, as a coach, you got to have good players. If you don't have good players, it's gonna make your year miserable. you have to have good players. We had some good ones. We had some good ones, and we had, more importantly, they were committed to what the goal, what the mission was. We always talk about mission first before we talk about the goal.
Nice. And
every night out is a mission, and we accomplished each mission. And at the end, we got to our goal.
That's
Unfortunately, we fell short.
Yeah.
Fell short.
Just
by at the end.
Okay.
6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
The kid hit a big shot.
Yeah.
Beat us by 2.
Well, it's close.
It was close.
You got there.
Can't complain. It was a good win. You have good and bad wins.
Right.
That was a good win. It's only bad for the seniors because they don't get a chance.
They don't get another chance. Yep. But you got there, and like you said, you completed those steps every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, sometimes, especially when we're talking about sports, everybody looks at the big picture, but it's all those daily disciplines.
It
right?
is.
It's the daily wins.
With my group, you can't talk about championships. A lot of teams, or a lot of coaches, I should say, they want to talk about, I want to win a championship. It could be the very first practice, I want to win a championship.
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about that. No, we want to win today.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. We want to win today. And if we can win today, we can win tomorrow, then eventually we'll get to where we're trying to go. But we talk about winning today.
I know Terry and Tom have some things to say, but we can't go too much further until I say something about Michigan, as I see Ohio State and Tennessee sitting next to me. I think both these gentlemen might be a little upset about this year in Michigan. We got somebody still dancing, and a couple guys sitting on the bench. Season's over.
And you know what? It's not a rival for me.
Right.
It's not a rival for me. Okay, Michigan's still playing. I respect that. Tennessee and Ohio State, we're going down to the Maumee River and we're going fishing.
All right,
We're going fishing. We're going fishing. I'm going to call Rick Barnes. I'm going to rub it in his face. I'm going to talk to Chris down in Ohio State and let him know you got 2 guys that's going down to the Maumee River to do some walleye fishing.
That's right.
That's what we're going to do.
Be more fun.
And we're going to be their charters, okay, when they arrive.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, Dennis, it's interesting to me, and I think Terry would agree. You're a lot like Steve. I think, you never, there's a humbleness to what both of you do and being so successful. And I get, because I coached a long time, about having good players, and Steve has great players here at Taylor. You had great players on your team. You have to have players. But to get them to listen, that everybody has good players. The way that you communicate to get people to buy in. Because if they don't buy in, whether it's in Steve's business, your business, Terry's business, if you don't get them to buy in, you've got nothing. How do you make that buy-in? Because you can't just say Dennis Hopson, NBA championship, world championship, Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan. That goes only so long. There's more than that. How do you get them to buy in?
I don't know about you, Steve, and Steve might be a better communicator than I am. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I came in not trying to strong arm my guys,
right?
But I came in with who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that worked at the beginning, okay? I thought that might have been tough, all right? Now, you're only as good as the people that you're around, okay?
Right.
So, at the end of the day, like Coach Massimino used to say, coaches are going to do a lot more for them than what the players can do for us. And it's the truth, okay? But you still got to know your personnel, okay? Now, it was hard for me to figure out at the beginning because, again, I'm inheriting other people or another coach's players.
Sure.
So, when you inherit somebody, you're not recruiting them.
Right.
All right, it's like Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
If you go to Michigan State, you know how Tom is.
Yeah.
If you go to play for Bobby Knight, you know how Bobby Knight is, or you don't go there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, these kids, I inherited these kids. Okay. Come in, I tell them I might be at Lourdes University, but this is Duke University for me.
Right.
That's just what it is. Okay.
Yes.
So now at the end of the day, I mean, and I don't care if I'm coaching AAU, I'm coaching high school. I love the game of basketball. Okay, and I'm a coach the way that I was coached. Well, it's a little different now. Okay, back in the day, when Tom, when you screamed at a kid, you screamed at everybody.
Right.
All right, T, when you got screamed at, all right, he was screaming at everybody. Well, now, Dennis has to turn and see who it is. Oh, it's Steve. Steve's personality is this way. I gotta get a feel.
Right, right,
Okay, or this is Tom.
right.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Tom a little different than when I'm gonna talk to Steve. Okay, or I'm talking to Terry a little different than I'm gonna talk to Steve and I'm talking to Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, so now and that's tough. That's tough because again, it didn't work that way for us. We got coached.
Yeah,
Now we're still coaching, but I gotta coach your personality.
got it.
For sure.
Okay,
Wow.
and everybody has
That's
a
a
different
great
personality.
answer.
Everybody got a different
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
that's something that I had to learn.
But I think D-Hop, Steve would tell you that's how it is today in his business. Because I've seen him.
Yeah.
He talks a certain way to one person, he screams at Cross and I, and we start crying, and then we go out and do the job,
You know, it's funny, what we have when new hires come on board, we have something that's called your 3 centers of influence. And we ask folks who their 3 centers of influence were, and then 5 key characteristics of those people. And what's interesting is you find out maybe this guy, his football coach, his drill instructor,
Yeah.
and his dad. And it was hard work, it was tough love, it was discipline, those
Right,
were his
right,
characteristics. You know how to coach that guy. Flip side, you have somebody else who said, I was raised by a single mom, my grandma, and my preacher, and maybe that person, it's all about compassion
Right.
and love, and you can't communicate the same way to those two
Yep.
people. And you hit the nail on the head. It's about finding what makes people tick and how to communicate to those people, and then you're not going to go yelling and screaming at somebody that's going to
They
curl up
can
in the
handle
corner.
it, exactly.
They
Now,
can't handle it.
to piggyback off of what Steve's talking about, nowadays, well, when we were recruited, it was you, mom and dad.
Yeah,
Now when you recruit, I gotta recruit the whole entourage.
gotcha.
I need to know what this kid's background is. Okay, I need to know if his uncle is not living right or his grandmother, because
Right.
these are the people that these kids are around.
Yes.
So you really need to know everybody, and then it will tell you a lot about the kid that you're
And then
recruiting.
you're inheriting that family too.
There you go.
I
There
mean,
you
they're
go.
coming to the
Yes.
games and they're part of your
Yeah.
culture and
It's
your
just-
community.
It's a little different. Again, come in a home, mom and dad.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we were coming up.
Yeah.
Now, with the kids today, no, you need to know everybody that they're around so you can really get a feel for this kid and his background.
And is he a fit for what you
There
want
you
to
go.
do?
And if not, and if I don't like somebody in the entourage,
Yeah.
I think no, and we just move on.
Yeah.
We move on because I don't want the headaches.
Yes.
I don't want the headaches because when you talk about that mission and you're talking about
Yeah.
accomplishing a mission, and that's winning the game, and then accomplishing the goal, and that's getting there to the big dance, you can't have distractions.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to pat myself, my coaching staff on the back. 4 guys quit this year. Jackie Harris is one of my stars. He's second leading scorer. He dislocated his ankle. The one that played at St. Francis.
Yes.
Okay, he's a shooter. He only played 14 games. We had to do some. We had to finagle.
Yes.
Hey Terry, I know you're a point guard, but come on,
Right.
you have to be a center tonight.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Tom, you're a power forward, but you might have to play point guard tonight.
Yes.
So we had to do a lot of tweaking to make this car run right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To try to win this race.
And
We had
get the
to do a
kids
lot
to
of
accept
tweaking.
those roles.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, and that again, you two should write a book together
It's
because
tough.
Steve gets people to accept roles.
Mhm.
It's not easy for anybody at any age to accept a role because everybody sees themselves in some way as a star.
A star.
A star. You're talking to me.
That's right.
And to get them to accept roles is really genius kind of stuff, and you guys do that.
Yeah, because now that's something that I learned. If you're a star, I want you to be a star. All right? If you're a role player, I want you to be a star within the role that you play.
There you go.
All right? So Dennis Rodman, you did the dirty work, but you're still a star.
That's a great analogy.
Michael Jordan, you're a star.
Yeah, that's a
Right?
great
Right now,
analogy.
everybody, and here's the problem, what you just talked about the kids. Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman, they walk outside together. Who is everybody going to flock to?
Right.
Michael Jordan.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
But at the end of the day, Michael Jordan needed Dennis Rodman in order to get them extra
Can't win without him, right?
There
You got to
There
have
go.
him. Right.
So again, you got to. I'm not gonna say you playing a game, but you got to know, like you talk about Steve. Well, like you talking about Steve, what makes people tick,
Yeah.
and how you can get the most out of them. It's serious.
For sure.
That's why I'm retiring. Now I'm retiring because coaching you only as good as the year. Now next year it might stink.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a
So I'm
lot to
retiring.
there's a lot to that, man. There's a lot to that. Oh my.
Well, you set all kind of records this year. You really have, and I'm really proud of that. And I think everybody in the whole area is. I mean, they know the tremendous job that you did in your
Yes.
third year, right?
Third year. Yep.
Okay, but what I want to know is, okay, this was your third year. You set all kind of school records. What do you feel like was the difference this year compared to your first 2 years?
The more buy-in. Okay, more buy-in, all right? Again, come in tough. Now, we won 20 games our first year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We won nine games last year, and it was a COVID year. We only played 14.
Gotcha.
So we still won
Right.
9 games,
Right.
all right? This year we won 24. Been doing well. Okay, everybody's patting us on the back because we accomplished the records and we accomplished getting to the big dance, all right? The success will eventually start to die if you would have kept some of the guys in the program.
Okay.
All right, so after last year, I got rid of 4.
Okay.
Okay, and I just know that eventually those 4 they're going to suck something out of the good players.
Gotcha.
So I got rid of them. All right, but at the end of the day, it's just you have to have the whole. Everything has to be in order. And I keep talking about this race car because I like cars and I love, if that car is not tuned right, left, right tire might, and again, it's not tuned for the rubber. I mean, for the concrete.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Okay, the shocks or whatever, they're not adjusted. That car's not gonna run well.
Right.
It's the same thing in sports. If you got one thing out of place, it could mess up your whole rhythm of what you're trying to accomplish.
And something, D-Hop, you just said there, you had 4 people leave the program. Some people on the outside, the people that sit in the stands, always talk about them eating hot dogs and drinking Pepsis. They don't know anything about the sport really. But you're doing those kids a favor because they're going to get to a place where it will work for them. Right here, this program right now, and I know Steve's done it. This isn't for you, but you need to get to something that is for you. So you're doing them a favor.
Now, they don't understand that.
No,
They don't understand. I tell them, when I sit them down, and I tell them, when I sit them down, you're going to hate me for this.
Yeah.
But I'm not bringing you back next year.
Yeah.
But actually, I tell them, I'm doing you a favor.
Right.
Because the reason I'm getting rid of you is because we just didn't see eye to eye because of some of the things that I thought you were doing within the team.
Yeah.
Hopefully you improve as an individual. So when you get to your next stop,
You succeed.
you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Because that might be your last stop. It could very well be your last stop. So
right.
exactly. So now, again, I said you won't be able to appreciate me
Yeah.
maybe 10, 15 years from
Yeah.
now. You're going to understand what
You did
Coach
me a
Hopson,
favor.
you're going to understand what Coach Hopson's talking about.
I heard they say leaders, if they care enough to confront, you know they're making a difference, and that's a lot of people. They don't care enough, so they'll just let those players slide through, and they don't want to make those difficult decisions because that's not easy. Talking to those kids.
You know the chairs that you
Yeah.
sit in?
Yeah.
Hey, commissioner or superintendent, whatever that chair is you sit in, you're going to make tough decisions. People are not going to like you one day. They're going to hate you.
Yeah.
They might love you the next day. But it has to be done.
Yeah.
That's why you're sitting in that seat. It has to be done.
Yeah.
For sure. What's next on the horizon? You said
Retirement, man. I just told you.
You're
I
right,
got
you're
to
gonna
go out.
retire? Yeah, I think-
Like
I
Mike
see a
Jordan
book.
said, man, I want to go out on top. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna try it until it starts turning sour.
I think you're gonna keep riding.
That's never gonna happen.
I hope not. 'Cause you guys know how coaching is.
Yeah.
You're only as good as
It's like
what
riding a
you're around.
motorcycle, D-Hop.
No.
You're riding long enough, you know what happens.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm committed. I love where I am.
Yeah.
I'm committed to the kids. I love the game. I love the kids. I love everybody that's actively involved with the program. So we'll see where it takes us, and we'll try to continue to get better. Now, I told we had individual meetings yesterday.
Yeah.
You won 20 games the first year. You won 9 out of 14 last year. You won 24 this year. That's a lot of pressure. But now, even the president, I walked in the president's suite the other day, and
Yeah.
she said, "Well, I want you to win the championship." Well, again, let us accomplish these missions first, and then we'll accomplish that goal. You know what I mean?
Next year, 2 one-day contracts for Cross and Steve. The jerseys, they're out in the court,
One-day contract.
Yeah, a one-day contract. You give them a minute out on the floor, right? I
They
can
can
see
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll clear that whole place out and let them go at it if you guys want to.
A couple years ago, I played in a YMCA men's league.
Yeah.
So this was ridiculous. Half these guys out there, I think, just got off the floor from March Madness. These guys were throwing down dunks. I mean, these
Yeah,
guys were good
right,
players.
right.
I thought it was like an old man's league. Nope, there are all these young guys out there. Now, I played a little bit of hockey. So I'm running down. I'm running back and forth. And finally, I was like, man, I need a breather. So I just wanted to go check myself out, like hockey. Jump over the board. You got to wait for a whistle. I'm running back and forth, waiting for a whistle. I just took the ball, finally threw it out of bounds.
Whistle, there you go.
I gotta
Whistle, out of
sit down.
bounds.
Yeah,
That's
I
right,
gotta
that's
sit
right,
down.
that's right.
So no, don't be putting me in any games out there. I'll have a heart attack or something. You can go do it.
I went back to college for alumni basketball. I played football and basketball in college, so I went to basketball. I was in my early 50s then, and my wife came down to the game. Stupidly brought her. You embarrass yourself in front of your wife, right? So she goes, "You sure you want to do this? You're 50 something." all the guys that were there were just what you said, Steve. They were not that far removed from college. I mean, they're like 24, 25, 26. I'm in my 50s. So I get in the game, I grab one rebound, I outlet it, and I turn to like start running down. You know, I think I got a rebound. I'm throwing it out, and I'm going down. They were already at the bucket down there and back again before I got
there. You passing them.
I raised my hand to the guys and I'm out. I'm done. You know.
What we want to do here,
Oh yeah, D.
this won't allow us to do. This
No
won't allow
way
us
was
to
it
do.
happening.
Yeah,
It was not happening.
You know who you're sitting next to. That hasn't caught up with him yet. He still thinks he can do
More
it all.
power to him.
Yeah,
More power to
Hey,
him.
but D-Hop, you know I always talk to good game, right?
Yeah, but that helps if you got a mouthpiece. When you get old anyway, that helps. You get
Cross
old.
can back it up though, man. Cross can back
No,
it
I
up.
can't.
Well, you could.
I could. Not
You and
anymore.
You and D-Hop can back it
No,
up.
D-Hop ain't gonna try to back it up. Like I said, these two wanna go out there, I clear the court out there.
I seen you dunking last
Yeah, that was
year.
3 years ago.
Oh, was that 3 years
I'm
ago?
3 years older now.
Man,
I'll be 57 next month, so that the dunking days are over.
Yeah, got
So
it.
like the key is, no, Coach Hop is not, no, he's grounded. Flight 32 has been grounded.
That'd be a great shirt. D-Hop.
Flight 32.
Flight 32 is grounded.
No, he's grounded.
Oh man.
I love it. We're laughing too hard up in here. I can't even speak anymore. But hey, we always have fun up in the studios. We appreciate having Coach Hop come in.
Thank you.
Obviously, a great season.
Thank you.
Yes.
Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to more
Congrats.
great things to
Thank you.
come. And we'll have you back on again the show as long as you keep winning.
Appreciate it.
We'll
Yeah,
keep having
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
As long as you
I appreciate that.
That's what they say in the coaching
I
world.
appreciate it.
No
I
pressure.
appreciate it. Yeah.
No pressure.
It's always pressure.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.